Hi friends, I would like to share with you how I do to leave and enter the marina alone. To leave, I put the engine in forward gear and disconnect all the lines except the one at the stern. The boat wants to move forward, but is held in position by the stern line. If the wind is coming from starboard, I turn the rudder to that side to keep the boat away from the pontoon. I then release the stern line and immediately the boat moves forward. This will be the best case because my exit is on the port side. I drop the boat to port, pushed by the wind, and begin my exit from the marina. If the wind is coming from the port side, I try to keep the boat centered, turning the rudder to that side as necessary. When I start to move, if I see that I don't have enough speed or space to overcome the wind, I let the boat drop to the other side, to starboard. When I have enough space and confidence, I put myself in reverse and I exit the channel backwards. Once out, there is always room to maneuver. Let's put the plan into action. I've already disconnected all the mooring lines except the stern one. The engine is running in forward gear, but nothing is moving. I check that there is no boat movement near my area, and I can now return to the cabin to disconnect the stern line. I let go the stern line and following my plan, I move the rudder to starboard. The boat immediately begins to move forward. We are free! This is my usual dock. That's why I leave the lines here. If I were a visitor, I would use a slip line. There is not much wind and I can turn Marisa without any problems. We're going to sail a bit before heading back, simply because that's what I like to do. I use the remote controller that I showed you in the previous episode to hoist the mainsail. This remote controller and the autopilot are very important to me when I go out alone, as you can see. The mainsail has caught in the lazy jack lines, so I have to go out and release it. It's easy, because I can use the controller to continue raising the mainsail while I unhook it. Put a little bit of Jenny too. Come on. I pull the Genoa sheet with my left hand while keeping tension on the falling line with my right hand. You can turn off the motor.
and enjoy some sailing.
That's right, enjoy some sailing. It has been a hard week at work, and part of the weekend I've spent on boat maintenance, so I've had very little time left to sail. Let me enjoy it. We'll be back to the marina soon, and I'll show you how I do it tomorrow solo.
Okay, it's a lovely day, but that's over. It's time to put down the sails, get back to the marina, see how we do it. So I have two plans. First plan is to hook this like that while I am reversing in the first cleat of the marina. If I cannot do that, I use reverse back and crash the boat with the fenders, and then I have this one for the bow, so I can lift at the back and catch the bow with that one. So
I'll try to explain it better. First, go against the wind and use the wind to turn the bow into the docking position. Slowly reverse. My line is tied to the midship cleat. Using the boat hook, tie the line to the first cleat of the pontoon. Reduce the speed if necessary, but keep going backwards. This will keep the boat close to the pontoon at all times. The length of the line must be appropriate. Now I can go down the stern and secure the other line. If, by bad luck, I cannot hook the line to the cleat of the pontoon, I continue the maneuver. I leave the boat stop but in reverse against the pontoon and jump over the stern to secure the long bow line that I have previously prepared. The reason for this video is that on my previous boat, Maghera, an NG335, maneuvering in the marina was very easy. I could tour that boat at any time, and with the wind in any position, thanks to its long fin keel. With Marisa, however, a Hunter 376 with a bulb keel with wings, I find it very difficult, and it is not until I adopted this system that I dare to go out solo.
okay. I think that's perfect. Perfecto. Perfecto. I have. Okay, so I'm preparing this this spring line that is going to stop me just before the pontoon cleat. Okay, a bit short because I believe this is the way it's going to stop me properly. Okay, for future reference, it's more or less just in front of the hatch when the hatch starts. Okay. I also have here prepared another line that will be my backup, so if everything goes wrong, I can still leave the boat here, catch the line, leave the motor engaged. So I have fenders here, so I I can stop the boat with the pontoon, use a little bit of motor, and then jump, and I have a bowl for the line that I can grab. I have a line for the bowl, so I can grab the bowl. And then doing 5.5 nearly. It's just a little bit of sail. Captain Ian, bringing us safe to harbor. Then we're going to practice our docking system. Too long?
So make 5 into the water.
Are you going to pass?
In the water.
Are I going back? Going to be difficult to get that angle.
I have not briefed my crew on exactly how to operate the pool, and I hope Ian is able to read my mind. A common mistake for inexperienced skippers.
Oh shit!
Coming very tight between 11 o'clock.
It's better solo.
It fell off.
I know. Anyway, it looks too long.
Even so, with a little help,
Ah.
the boat is put in the correct position, and we have not touched the boat next to us.
Not too bad anyway. Not that much. You know?
As I reached out for it, I hadn't even touched. The thing just fell off.
Maybe it's better the other one. That's it. We're in anyway. Okay, so I want to do that just to show you that it works, because the other day was a little bit a disaster. But I want to show you that it works. Even one person can do it. So the problem we had the other day is because we shorter this line to exactly the distance that we know to make a spring line. If you move too far away from the clip, you can move it too far away from the clip. Because you put some tension here, and the moment you put tension here, and then this can fall. And that's what happened, that it fell because it's too far away, and also too much tension in the line. So no, so it should be any tension. It shouldn't be any tension. It should be the knot here near. It's holding here, and this should be. If you can hold it with the hand better, so you have no tension at all. There, okay, it's falling a little bit, and then you put it over the clit, and then you take it. So let's go to try like this. I have cameras on sides, so I hope I got to prepare the lines, and I hope you can see it. I'm doing that for you. Okay, so let's go and do it. Okay, this is what I am using. It's just 2 tubes, and I cut this tube to have the right size to be held in the pole, and this other tube where I put my line, use a bow line. That is all. Okay, I holding the 2 tubes together with some rivets, and that's it. That's what I use for that. We have very little wind today compared to the other day, but I'm going to do the same approach that I do the other day. Hopefully everything works. It should be. Okay, let's go to start the approach. Okay. Now we'll see where that stopped me. Not too bad. This hurts a little bit. Just in the corner. Just trying.
I am now already out of the boat.
Well, it's not perfect. Yeah, it's coming now.
The boat is a little bit away from the dock, but it allows me to go down and adjust the lines. The boat is secure, and if I help it a little, it will get into its correct position.
Slowly. Position. Maybe. Need to hold this way. You need to help it a little bit, but it's okay. So I can put my rocks now.
Thank you very much for watching. Please leave me a comment and let me know what you think about the system. I am very interested in knowing your opinion. Subscribe to the channel to keep it alive. I hope to see you very soon. Hasta la vista, amigos.